All right, everybody, welcome to Slap Son. In this episode, we got Dustin Bodden. He DM'd and he wanted to be his authentic self, talk in his native accent, tell his story a little bit, and then honestly, just have some fun. And I said, of course, of course. All right, I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go.
3, 2, 1, yeah, that's a knockout. They call me kamikaze, put you in heaven's lobby. On gas, no brakes, you can never stop me. Nah, no, you can never stop me. Yeah, cause I'm the Power Slap King.
Slap Son, baby! All right, Dustin, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Slap Son. We got the man in the building. Oh, you think he's a prospect of Power Slap? No. He's a prospect of Power Slap and UFC. You feel me? He's got a story about traveling over here. And if you're into food, my man's got a food vlog. Are you kidding me? Let's do this. Everybody give it up for Dustin Bodden.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All praise be to Dustin, everybody. What's up, my guy?
Thank you, boss. Nothing much. How's it going for you today?
Dude, I can't complain. Let me put this mic back up. So it was crazy. I volunteered for my kids' field trip, right? Yeah, I didn't remember. Totally forgot about it, dude.
Nah, you're all good, man. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, dude, it's good. So anyway, he reminded me. We went, had a good time, and I got to be honest, it's good to be talking to you right now. I'm excited, man.
Likewise, boss. Likewise.
Dude, let's get into it. So you reached out, we planned up a time. So, you do your thing, right? You get on the Instagram, you kind of Google, and you want to get a feel for your guests, this and that.
Yes, sir.
And so I actually want to start with the food vlog, man. Do you own a Vietnamese restaurant or no?
Oh, no. My fiance, she's Vietnamese, and she loves like Vietnamese food, and she just likes traveling all over, like basically anywhere for the most part, and just trying a bunch of different food, and we just make a little vlog here and there. So, yeah, sorry. That's
Dude,
mainly
yeah.
her thing, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a picky eater to begin with. So, I just enjoy it, and I'm kind of the comedic relief for the most part. She's the foodie.
Got you. Well, I have to admit, I have been known to just travel places only for food. So I get it. I get it.
Yes, sir.
How long you been with her, man?
Man, about coming up 2 years now. Don't get me in trouble.
Oh,
now.
okay. No.
Don't go get me.
We don't want to do that.
Nah, I'm just messing with you.
So, dude, she's still relationship is still pretty fresh. That's cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Feels like
Man.
30 years, though.
Dude, you know what, though? That can be positive. You know what I mean? That can be positive. Sometimes you get with those girls and it's like, man, it feels like 30 years and the whole emotion and tone is different.
Now, babe, if you see this, I'm 100% joking. I love you.
No, his tone was good, baby. What's your name?
Yen?
Yen?
Yes, sir.
Nice, dude. Yeah, he was joking. He's good.
Yeah,
He's good.
100% just joking.
So, dude, let's start. I mean, there's a lot of story there, I know. But honestly, man, just kind of take me through 2-3 minutes of your journey to get to where you're at right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, you mean from start to finish, my whole upbringing and everything, or what?
Dude,
what
that's
do you
your
want to
call.
get into?
That's your call. I know we just wanted to be authentically you. You know what I mean? So whatever you want the people to know about you, let's get to know you, man.
Well, ironically, at the UFC, when we were there at the PI, they were like, we love authenticity and just being yourself. I was kind of bullied when I first moved to the States for the way that I talk. I talked really fast, and it was a very, let's just say, different accent. So I had to learn how to articulate a certain way, and kind of, so all throughout my life, I kind of I guess, moved with that. And I kind of, I don't know how to explain it. I never branched out and just sat there and was authentically myself and just talked the way that I normally talk. So,
does it feel better that you can just
honestly,
like
yes.
You can be
I
yourself,
don't
you know
have
what
to
I mean?
sit there and kind of oh, well, I have to pronounce it this way or something for people to understand. Ben, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's. I guess it's a better feeling, and I never, until they kind of brought it to my attention, I never sat there and thought about it in that way, to be honest with you. So I'm kind of glad. Shout out Erica.
Shout out Erica, making people be their authentic self. I love it. I think I just said authentical.
It's all good, boss. It's all good.
So just like growing up or whatever, you kind of just felt compelled to not be the true accent that comes along with your voice, just because growing up, we all know how it is, man. You don't want any confrontation or anything like that.
100%. So it's kind of more like just blend in and stay out of the way, kind of deal. You know what I mean? So I just found a way to fit in and just kind of, I guess, I don't want to say necessarily made up a character, but, kind of learned and talked a certain way that, it's not like, who's this kid? This weird kid talking like Rihanna or something like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
No, that's cool though, because especially as a prospect for Power Slap and just the fight game in general, bro, it just anything to separate you from the pack is huge.
And I'm finally, the older I get, like I'm learning it now. Authenticity is the most beautiful thing. Like it really is. Like you always wanted to, I guess, kind of like blend in, but it's okay to not blend in and fit in. And that's the thing I'm learning, especially with this whole journey, man. Like this is the cool part about it. Like, martial arts and, slap and all this stuff. It's just the whole journey itself is just beautiful along the lines of like teaching me certain things, if that makes sense. Like,
and what a man, no pun intended. What a brutal way to find that out.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, ironically, but man, everything is a journey, and I feel like everything it falls in place when it's supposed to. Like it everything leads you to a certain point, and then you get to that point, and you realize this is why this happened. This is why this is this way for the most part, and I guess I'm growing up a little bit.
Yeah, dude. No, it happens to all of us, man. I was just talking with wifey the other day, and it's funny how, like, growing up, you would hear this phrase that youth is wasted on the young, right? And now that I'm older, man, that saying has a lot more meaning. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we find that who we really are is what actually makes us thrive.
100%.
Like if I'm growing up, you know what I mean? And growing up, I mean, Bountiful, Utah, white on white, man. Like it's for real, it's bad. Like growing up, I could say, hey, oh, you mean the black kid or the Mexican kid, right? Which I get that can sound aggressive, fam. I get that, but that's just reality, right? And so, but dude, I loved Death Row Records. And I loved Boys to Men, and I loved Brian McKnight. And these are all old head names, I get it. But it wasn't until I got older where I was like, oh no, I'm going to tell people this is what I like. It's not a front. I don't have to be into like, again, you're just going to show my age, but I don't have to be into like hardcore metal to fit in. I can like rap. I can like R&B. And, how freeing is that?
You could be different and still be yourself. Yeah.
100%, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And so when it comes to the slap game, you already kind of have an advantage, I think, because people will, whether they know your name or not, dude, they'll associate you with that accent, which is kind of badass.
Yeah, and again, like I just started thinking about it. I was like, just be myself. I mean, if people like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. That's kind of my mentality now. Like, and again, I'm enjoying every second of it. And again, this is the first time I've ever spoken to anyone, let's just say American, so to say, in my normal accent, and kind of was just having a normal conversation. I guess in my head, I always thought it was like, are they going to understand me? Are they going to, So this is pretty cool, to be honest with you.
No, I'm digging it. And hey, we hear you loud and clear. We got you, fam. Like you're
hey, man,
good,
if you need me to turn myself down, just let me know, okay? Like if I need to turn my mic down, just let me know. I know the accent can be a little heavy sometimes.
Let me feel it out in mixing. We can do it in post-production, you know what I mean? So, dude, tell me how you did you first get into mixed martial arts or did you first get into the slap game?
So, ironically, okay, first I started out with MMA. I did my first MMA at heavyweight, did not go my way. And then I decided to venture out into like influencer boxing kind of deal. And I ended up boxing a guy. He's pretty big here in New Orleans and stuff. And did one event with boxing. And then I was like, man, I want to give slap a try. Dude. Next thing you know, I got an email from Erica, and they're like, "Hey, you want to come up to Vegas?" And I was like, "Yeah, surely do." Next thing you know, I'm on a flight to Vegas and training with some of the best coaches. I mean, honestly, this is all like a dream to me, to be quite honest with you. Well, and just having like the different opportunities and chances to like grow and yeah, it's an awesome feeling, man.
So you went out for that prospect camp, it sounds like.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was the first, I think, combine they've held for Power Slap, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there was, I'm trying to think. We had Wolverine out there, Ron. We had Anthony out there. We had Bryce out there.
Mm-hmm. Also, Rob was there, too. Rob was, he was pretty helpful to me, too.
Was he?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Dude, that's great. So what was that? Was it one of those application situations, or did you straight up DM Erica and say that you're interested? Or I guess straight up DM Power Slap itself?
Yeah, I think to be honest with you, I'm not sure if I DM'd Erica or Power Slap. I think it was more Power Slap, to be honest
Okay.
with you. Yeah. And then they ended up getting back to me and all that stuff. I think it was like 3 weeks later, 2 weeks later.
Holy cow. You know, it's funny when I talked to Austin and Malik, they had a similar, experience. And it blows my mind, man, that I mean, I'm sure they have like some software or bot or whatever to pick
Yeah.
up certain words on a DM. Like I get that,
Mhm.
but still, you're talking an account with like millions of followers and they still get back to people that are interested in wanting to be
Yes,
on
sir.
the roster.
Yes,
Wow.
100%. And I mean, like I said, even 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever it may be, I mean, it's pretty awesome too that they kind of respond and just interact and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So was it like, hey, can you come to Vegas tomorrow? Did they give you some, time?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first got the email, I was just like, I didn't even kind of process it, but I think it was like I had a week, but they gave me like a week's notice to kind of like, hey, we have a camp and everything, so come on up. And yeah, it was about a week.
Well, in this slap game, that's not bad. A week's not bad.
Yeah. I've heard, it's 2 days, 3 days, but to be honest
Yeah,
with you,
bro.
man, like at this point in time, I don't care if they called me tomorrow. I'm 100% up and ready for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, I love that. And you know what? They absolutely love, prospects that are game, Yeah, so that's huge. So when you get to the camp, did you have any idea? Did you do any research beforehand as far as like how to mimic slaps that are really effective? Or was it just like I went in there and I just absorbed everything?
honestly, man, I just went up in there and I think I had one of the weirdest slaps, to be honest with you. But I mean, it was
Wait, what
worth
does
it.
that mean? What does that
Just
mean?
the way that I was slapping, it was just it was kind of like a pledge of allegiance kind of deal, and just yeah, I'm not gonna give away my secrets just yet, okay? You gotta
No,
let me
no, no, we would
compete
never do that.
first.
But you had a lot of
But
pride, it sounds like.
yeah. But yeah, man, it was just I watched some of the reels and all that stuff, and I just again, I love martial arts, so I love breaking down techniques. I mean, and just seeing hip rotation. Oh, okay, feet stay planted. You don't let like it's that type of analytical thing. And I guess in my mind, I was like, this slap should work, and sure enough, I mean, it was popping to say the least.
You could hear it off of
Yes,
the
sir.
okay. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. So looking at the landscape of it all, did you guys get to interact with other prospects as far as like what weight division they're in, things like that? Did you have to size anybody up, so to speak, to get to know the game a bit more in detail?
Not really. I didn't size anybody up. If anybody sized me up, I mean, they can also DM me. And I love to, we can
For
introduce
sure.
each other to slap the first time if that makes sense. But yeah, man. No, not really. It wasn't really a size up kind of deal. It was more of like learning and learning the rule set. We had Mark Smith there with us as well, and
Yeah, he's a great resource. Yeah.
yeah, 100%. He sat there and he watched us kind of, do a couple of slaps onto Bob, and I think Anthony was sitting there holding the pad for us, and he'd break down, hey, don't raise your heel, just giving us like a breakdown of like what to expect if we were actually slapping at that point in time. So that was another great thing to have him there and kind of like explain everything in depth, as well
Right,
as the
right.
coaches too. They were also very helpful. Rob, like I said, Rob did a really good job. Trying to help me because he also does MMA. You know,
Yeah,
so
and
yeah.
and he's literally earned that strap. I mean, he was a very patient man, so he has a lot of knowledge for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Dude, I love it, man. So do you have any other insight as far as like next steps with Slap and the brass
Honestly,
there?
honestly, I have no idea right this second. No, no,
Okay.
sir. Couldn't tell you. As soon as I do, I'll let you know.
I dig it, man. I dig it. So, but dude, how cool is that, right? Like you kind of just reached out, they reached out back to you, and obviously what's exciting, I mean, I'm on the outside looking in, but what sounds exciting is they obviously have some interest because they did the deed with you, flew you out, all that kind of thing. So that's exciting times.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What does your girl think about it all? She think you nuts?
Oh man, a little bit, but at the end of the day, I mean, you only get one life, you know what I mean? So you might as well just live it and enjoy it and just take the ride for the most part. And wherever you end up, you end up. But I think I'm enjoying life so far. And yeah, she'll be all right with it, especially, once I get the belt.
All right, there it is. So we do have goals in the sport,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and it sounds like it's the highest of goals.
Yes, sir.
How do you see that playing out? Do you think it's going to take? Because look, the fight game's weird, right? It's kind of like this. What have you done for me lately? Kind of a thing.
Hmm.
So, do you envision yourself, getting that opportunity and then just showing out, and you just, bounce into the rankings, or
You
is it
want me to
more
be
of a
100%
smaller
honest with
climb?
you?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, of course, yeah.
My ideal situation would be if the slap, the way that I think it is. I mean, I go up there, one slap, that's it. Maybe as we get into the second or third, maybe bout, maybe it'll take more than one once I get to those guys. But I'd say at least I want to try and get at least 4 or 5 and then try and get a belt. That's my honest
Yeah.
opinion of it. That isn't being cocky or none of that. It's just I got aspirations and I got dreams and I'm gonna make them dreams a reality. That's my honest opinion.
Man, I love that, man. You know what never gets old, talking with the strikers and athletes is just hearing them speak their dream out. Like even just now, dude, I got the chills because you can tell in the tone of your voice that like it's a real thing to you.
Yeah, man. Because like I used to be like I used to beat myself up and like never believe in myself. To be honest with you, so like once you change your mentality and just shift over to that, it's a whole beautiful thing as far as like the competition and just yeah.
What, if you don't mind me asking, what helped you make that shift to not beat yourself up so much and go for it?
Honestly, it was what was that guy's name? I'm sorry, I'm a little bad with name. I think
Oh, you're
he's
totally
a
fine.
slapper too. Yeah, he was there as well. Let me see. I got him up. It was basically him and this guy named Magnet. And they pulled me to the side and they were like, "Yeah, man, just don't hold back. Just don't." Because I'm one of those guys that I guess I don't like staying in the background, but I'm like I'll work in silence, and if you notice me, you notice me. But he was like, "No,
Sure.
dude. Like show who you are. Just express yourself and just let it out." And next thing you know, I'm lifting Bob out, so it was
Nice.
those guys that kind of helped and being around like those level of athletes and just their mentality and just kind of absorbing the way that they think and how they handle certain things. Honestly, this whole experience was exactly what I needed.
I love that, man. I love that. It gave you the validation you were looking for, and
Yes,
then
sir.
not only that, it can propel you into something even bigger.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I love it, man. Well, hey, dude, what? Your girl's got the food vlog. You've got the Power Slap and MMA. You got a podcast and all this other stuff. What's going on?
So basically, I have another thing that is called Warrior Mind Management.
Yeah, I
And I
saw
ended up
that.
starting that because, like, again, I've had a tough time. Like, oh, well, what do I do with sponsors and how do I deal with this and nutrition and so I finally got my foot in the door and understand those aspects. So I want to help manage other fighters who are up and coming and kind of grow their own brand, kind of understand the in and
Mm,
outs that I've had to learn the hard way. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
kind of see where they can go without having to deal with that portion. You know what I mean? Like just to the best of my ability, just teach them everything that I've known and learned throughout this whole experience and just see if they can just take off and go as far as they can. That's the most important thing for me.
No, I love that because you can do that hand in hand with your career, and then no matter what happens with your career, you still can be involved and help others get theirs.
Yes, sir.
Very cool, man. Very cool. So, what was like a typical day with you, dude? Wake up, eat breakfast, go work out, hang. Like, what's a typical day with my man Dustin, dude?
Just lay in bed with my cat. So I'm just messing with you.
I love that. I love that answer.
I like to stay in shape and all that stuff. I used to be a big boy, man. I was like
I
275
was gonna say,
last year
sounds
this
like a
time.
heavyweight boxing.
Yeah, yeah. I was a big boy. I like to stay in shape now and kind of keep my weight a bit low. So, I wake up in the morning, I go run, I go work out, lift weights, go do MMA, Muay Thai, Jiu Jitsu, just daily routine type thing for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I don't do much other than that.
Well, that sounds perfect for the fight game, if you ask me.
Yes,
So we,
sir.
we like that. Well, hey, Dustin, man, thank you so much for reaching out and like coming on. Like,
Yes, sir.
it's been so much fun for me, dude. We went to our first slap event back when Paige Van Zant made her debut,
Yes, sir.
and my son and I we got out and we were just like what was that? That was crazy. That was fun. Like, we had a good time.
Just
you know?
everybody engaged in like the whole crowd and everything. Yeah.
It's just nuts. And so we started the pod, and next thing you know, we're talking to people like you. And dude, I can't get enough of it. So I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, by the way, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to express myself.
100%, man. Yeah, always be you. And let's tell people where they can find you on social media, and they can follow your journey.
Yes, sir. So again, my Instagram is _DODDDEN. So it's _Dodden. Yes, sir.
Got it. All right, man. Well, everyone, follow this man. Watch what he's about. Follow his management company. See what's going on there. And hey, if you're a little hungry, follow the food vlog from his woman. And you'll have the best day of your life. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but it will boost your day up for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, Dustin, man. Let's let this bitch upload.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Joe.
Absolutely. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Always good to be your authentic self. All right, people. Have a good day. Subscribe.